And then make my way back to the mat. So you can start in a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. We're going to start with a quote from the little book of Mindfulness that I really enjoyed today. The author is James Baraz of this quote, which I'm not for sure who he is, but the quote is, "Mindfulness is simply being aware of what is happening right now without wishing it were different. Enjoying the pleasant without holding on to it when it changes, which it will, and being with the unpleasant without fearing it will always be this way, which it won't." So I thought we could bring that quote into our practice today during some poses that may be pleasant or unpleasant, being with it and being with our breath. So you can start in a comfortable seat. You can sit cross-legged, or you can have your seat on your heels like I do. We'll just take a couple of deep breaths in together before we start to move. Let's just sigh out the air, let the day go. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up to the top, and then exhale out the mouth again. And breathing in and out. And then keep the mouth sealed. We'll breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And keep that breath flowing throughout our practice. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And let's take one more breath together. You can open your eyes. We'll move onto our mats in a tabletop position. Start with some gentle cat-cows, moving the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, bring the gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. And we'll inhale and exhale. 3 more rounds with your breath. Nice. Come back to a neutral spine. Draw your belly in. We'll extend the right leg back. And let's roll the ankle out. So roll that right ankle. And then lift your left arm and roll the left wrist. Get all the kinks out. And then inhale, reach long with fingers and toes. Exhale, curl in with elbow and knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. 3 more times. Inhale, reach long again. And then exhale, lower this side. And we'll switch sides. Reach left leg back, right arm forward. Roll out the wrist and ankle. And then reach fingers and toes. Press away from your mat. And exhale, curl. Inhale, reach long. And exhale, release. Nice job. Tuck all 10 of your toes under. Spread your fingers wide at the top of your mat. And we'll lift up for downward facing dog. And pedal your legs up, bend one knee and then the other. And then a few times we'll inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, press back down dog. Inhale. Forward, exhale, press it back. One more time. And finish in your down dog. Press the heels down as you lift your sit bones up. Take a deep breath in and out. Look forward, walk your feet up to your hands. And find a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, relax. Shake the head out. Stretch the hamstrings. Lengthen the spine. A little bend in the knees, curl the spine up to standing. We'll reach both arms up. And then exhale, drop your right arm and reach your left arm up and over for a side stretch. And breathe into your left side ribs. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, switch sides. And inhale, reach back up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. And grab onto your ankles or your shins and pull your belly into the thighs. And then bring your hands, fingertips back down to your mat. We'll step the right foot back, pulse the hips up and down a few times. And then hold your low lunge and reach the left arm up for twists. And breathe into your left hip bone. And then exhale, lower your left hand, and we'll step back for a plank. An option is stay here, you can lower to the knees. Next, exhale, lower your chest all the way down. Untuck the toes and inhale, lift your heart for cobra pose. Stretching the upper back. Exhale, release, relax. And let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, you lift. Exhale, you lower. And then tuck your toes under, lift yourself up, and press back to a downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And look forward, walk to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Long spine, exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Slowly curl the spine up. Reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, interlace fingertips behind the back. We'll squeeze the shoulders, open the chest. Look up for a heart opener. Should feel really nice. Reversing our posture. And breathe into your heart. A deep breath in. And exhale, release fingertips, fold forward. Let's lengthen, find a halfway lift. And then step your left foot back this time. Use your fingertips to ground to the mat, and we'll pulse up and down with the hips. And then hold your low lunge. Inhale, right arm high for twists. And imagine peeling your right hip towards the back of your mat. Stack the shoulders. Release the right hand. Step back for a plank. And you can rock forward from here. If you need to lower to the knees, you can. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra, lift the chest. Maybe a little bit higher this time. Exhale, lower. Let's just do twice more. And you decide how high to go based off how your low back is feeling today. Now let's press back for a child's pose. Knees wide, toes touching. Reach your arms forward, lower the head down. Deep breath in and out. And then look forward, and we'll do some moving cat-cows. Bend into your elbows, drop the belly. Exhale, curl and round back to child's pose. So inhale forward. Exhale back, wave-like motion with the spine. We'll do one more. And then start to tuck your toes and lift back up to downward facing dog. Maybe pedal the feet out again, side to side, stretching the calves, the hamstrings. Good. And start to look forward, walk to the top of the mat again. Bend into your knees this time. We'll come up for a chair pose. Sink the hips, start to lift your chest. We'll reach the arms up to start. So start with weight in the heels. We'll inhale. And then exhale, airplane the arms back, lift your heels up. Heels down, lift arms high. Exhale, fly. Nice job. Inhale back into your chair, sit back into your heels. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And exhale, let's step right foot back. Plant the heel down for warrior one. And inhale, reach your arms up. This time create fists. So you're going to wrap your fingers around your thumbs. Create a long line of energy and lean forward. So you're hinging from your hips. And staying grounded through the feet. And keep your breath. And then open the palms, exhale, airplane the arms back. You can lean forward a little bit more. Really squeeze your shoulders. Nice stretch for the low back. Good, now one big step forward into your chair pose. Bend the knees, sink the hips. And really pull your belly into the spine. We'll reach the arms back up, create fists. Inhale, open the hands. Exhale, fly back, lift your heels. 2 more times. And inhale, reach. Exhale, straighten and fold. Left foot steps back. Turn the heel down. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. Feel that strength in your legs. You reach with the arms. And again, create fists, hinge forward. Long line of energy. Hands to your back heel. Then open the palms, airplane the arms back. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, this time plant your hands, step back for plank, and we'll flow through. Option to lower to the knees. You also have the option to hover the hands in cobra. We'll do 2 more cobras with our breath. And press up and back for downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And start with your big toes touching in down dog. We'll lift the right leg high. In 3-legged dog, get a nice split stretch in the legs. Deep breath in, exhale, curl right knee into nose. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, curl in. Oh, one more time. Curl in. And kick it back up. This time, step through. Right foot all the way forward. Plant your back heel down and rise up for warrior two. Opening the hips and the shoulders this time. Then your feet create a long line. Bend into your right knee. Inhale, reach the right arm up for reverse warrior. Nice stretch for the right low back. And continue to breathe. And we'll switch to extended side angle. Right forearm down, left arm up and over. And then inhale, pull yourself back up to standing. Take a little step in with your back foot. And we'll keep the legs straight for triangle pose this time. Hinge forward at the right hip and lower down to the shin as you reach left arm up. And use your abs. Pull back up to your warrior two, bend into your right knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, turn to the top of the mat, lift your back heel up. Back into your low lunge, and then step back for plank. Option to lower to knees, inhale. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, lift for cobra. You could also do upward facing dog if you feel ready and warmed up. And we'll press back to downward facing dog for the other side. Left leg lifts high. And three-legged dog, feel that split stretch. Next exhale, curl into nose. 2 more. And that last one, step through. Plant your back heel down and windmill yourself open for warrior 2 on the other side. You'll bend into the left knee. Exhale, left arm up, reverse warrior. And then extended side angle. Left forearm down, right arm up and over. An opportunity to stretch your left hip through your right ribs. And pull back up. We'll take just a little step in with our back foot for a shorter stance. Inhale, hinge forward at the left hip with straight legs. Exhale for triangle. Use your right abdominals to pull back up to your warrior 2. Deep breath in. Exhale your hands down to the top of the mat. Lift your back heel up, low lunge. And then step back for your plank. And flow through chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Press back to downward facing dog. And lift your heels high, look forward, bend the knees, hop or step to the top of the mat. And find a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And curl and rise up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And pause for 3 deep breaths. And checking back in with your breath, your body, also your thoughts. And bring yourself back to that present moment, letting all other things just go for now. We'll move into some balance. So we'll shift weight to the left leg. I'll just take a little step back here. And then shift the right knee up, working it towards 90 degrees. Great stretch for the low back. You also have the option to hug the knee into the chest. You can get bouncy through your left knee. Nice job. Now with just the right hand, you could also grab under the thigh here if you need to, but we're gonna open that right leg out to the right. You could also move over to a wall if you need a little bit of support in your balance. But here we're just stretching the hips. And pull that right knee back to center. See if you can switch hands and turn to the right. Deep breath in. And exhale, release back to center, nice and slow. Shift weight into your right leg. And we'll peel the left foot up. Finding balance on the other side. Again, you can get a little bouncy in that right knee. Then just the left hand will guide the hip open, the knee out to the side. You can gaze at the floor for balance. Or if you feel pretty steady, then look straight forward or even up will be a challenge. And pull the knee back to center. Switch hands and twist to the left. And come back to center and slowly release that side. And we'll do one more round of balancing postures. Let's tap our right toes back. You can have arms out by your sides for airplane. And we'll balance through that left leg as you tilt forward. Start to lift the right leg back behind you. And keep that focus on opening the chest, drawing the belly in, and keep the back of your neck long. Slowly release the side. Take a breath to reset. And we'll tap our left toes back. Shift weight into our right leg. And lift off. Find balance. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release this side. Take a breath to reset. And then move back up to the top of your mat, feet hip-width distance apart. On the inhale, we'll open up through cactus. And then exhale, curl and round into the knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl and round. We'll do 3 more. And then on the last one, we're going to come down to the mat. You can find a seat. And grab behind your knees. Sit tall through your spine, relax the shoulders. Take a few breaths. Notice the effort it takes to sit tall. You have to use your deep abdominals. And then see if you can float the arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl and round back, tilting the pelvis. Inhale, come back up and sit tall. If you need help, grab for the knees to help you reset. Exhale. Inhale. The lower you go, the more work it's going to take to get back up. So you decide. Maybe you can get to the low ribs. A strong core is extra important for that low back support. Nice job. We'll lay all the way down on this next one. And go into a full body stretch. Reach the legs, reach the arms. And move both of your legs over to the right. And you're gonna cross your left ankle on top of your right ankle. And then stretch your arms over to the right. So you're gonna be using the floor to help you get a side body stretch. So feet and hands over to the right side, making a banana shape. Nice. We'll switch sides. So walk your feet over to the left, cross your right ankle on top of your left, and then stretch. Good. And come back to center and hug both knees into the chest. Do a little rock across the low back. You can circle the knees for a spinal massage. And then bring your legs up to a tabletop, arms to a low V. And we'll just bring knees to the right. Inhale to center, knees to the left. Side to side. Good. Bring your knees back to center. Give them a big squeeze. Lengthening the spine on your mat. Then bring your legs back up to tabletop. Arms can come down by your sides. We're gonna do some alternating toe taps. So tap the right toes down, pull back up. Left toes down, pull back up. The core stays and the spine stay neutral. So you're really using your abdominals here to stabilize. And your legs are staying at a 90-degree angle. You're reaching the toes down, pulling back up. One more side to side. Good, hug the knees in, big squeeze. Now keep holding on to the right knee and we're gonna straighten the left leg all the way down. Really hug that knee up and into the chest. And then you can straighten the right leg for a hamstring stretch. You can roll the ankle out. Pull the right leg in towards you. Now you can hold on to the ankle here. If you have a strap at home, you can use a strap, or you can use your peace fingers on the right hand to grab for the big toe, and then stretch that right leg out to the right for an open hip stretch. It's also okay if your knee is a little bent here. And slowly pull back up to center. Switch your hands and go across your midline for IT band stretch. Or if you go all the way over, it will be a spinal twist. And then bring your right leg back to center. Lift your head and shoulders. And maybe you can lift that left leg as well, so you're in a hover. And just work on that right hamstring. Try to lift your chest, press your low back down. And then we'll switch to the other side. So you'll hug the left knee and big squeeze. Extend the right leg down. Pulling up and into the chest. And then straighten the right leg, or left leg, excuse me. Both legs straight. You can roll out the ankle. If your hamstring feels really tight, bend and straighten the knees a couple times. And then left hand is going to guide the leg open to the left. And pull left leg back to center. Use your opposite arm to help you stretch across the midline. And come back to center. Lift the head and shoulders. Option to hover the right leg. Hold here and breathe. And then slowly release the left leg down. And pause just for a breath. Notice how your legs feel. Then you can hug both of the knees back into the chest. And we'll do a couple spinal rolls, rolling forward and back along our spine to massage the muscles and hopefully release some tension along the vertebrae. And on your last roll, we're going to cross our legs and come up, back up to tabletop. And start with a few cat-cows again. Stretching the spine. And then come to a neutral spine. And we'll look over the right shoulder and crunch on that right side to stretch our left side body, low back. Come back to center. Switch sides. You're just looking over your shoulders, curling and moving the hips in the opposite direction. Nice job. Good. Come back to center, lower down to your belly. And you can bring your forearms out in front of you for a little support. We're going to bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand, and stretch the quad. You can lower the head if your back is bothering you. So we're just working on stretching the front side of the right leg. you have any low back stuff going on right now, this can be really beneficial to help lengthen out your hip flexors. And we'll release that right side. Switch sides. Reach for your left foot. And pull the heel in towards the butt. Nice job. Now maybe you can reach back for both feet. Not quite sure if you both can do this or not, but if you can even grab a pant leg. You don't have to go high, but just breathe here. Open the chest. Pull your knees back and down. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Press yourself up and back for a child's pose, just to stretch the low back. And then come up to a kneeling position on your knees. You can tuck your toes under. We'll do a really gentle camel today. Bring hands to the low back. And just open the heart. Look up. You can feel a stretch in your throat. Good. And release. We're going to come back down to our seat and extend the legs out in front of us. Go a little bit wider with your feet so they're in the corners of your mat. And float your arms forward, relax the shoulders. We'll inhale. On the exhale, reach forward, draw your belly in. Reach as far as you can. And then stack back up to a tall seat. Exhale, reach forward, curl. And slowly back up. And then this time we'll reach forward, curl. Maybe you can grab the toes or the ankles and fold forward. Nice job. Slowly come up. Make sure you have enough room behind you. We'll roll back down and get set up for a few bridges. So feet are hip width distance apart and arms are down by the sides. Let's work on spinal rolls. So pelvic tilt, press the low back down, curl the spine up. And roll it back down, hit every single vertebrae. And do that a few times, massaging the spine. And on the last one, we'll hold at the top. Option to interlace your fingertips, roll the shoulders back, and open the chest. You can feel the back of your head pressing down. And imagine you're squeezing a block between your knees. And slowly release. And roll your hips back down, windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then just keep your knees on the right side for a couple breaths. I have my feet as wide as the mat. And switch your knees over to the left. And then bring your knees back to center. We'll do a figure four stretch for our hips. Right ankle onto the left thigh. Grab behind the hamstring or at the shin. And pull into the chest. Nice stretch for the right hip. Okay, you can stay still, or if you want to add a little rock side to side, maybe you can massage your right hip a little bit. Release this side. We'll switch sides, left ankle on the right thigh. Grab for the hamstring or shin. And notice the difference between your sides. We usually have one hip that feels tighter than the other. So you can spend more time on that side or just stretch it more often throughout the day. Nice, take one more breath. Release this side. Rock yourself back up to a seat. We'll move into a butterfly pose, feet together, knees wide. Inhale, sit tall, find your sit bones, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge forward. And we're still working on the hips here. So press down into your legs. Breathe into your hips. Good, slowly come up. Now we're going to move into a spinal twist. You can bring your left foot over your right thigh. And if that doesn't work well for you, you can straighten out the right leg so you have a little bit more room, more space. But you can also keep that right leg tucked in if it feels okay. So left leg's over the right. We're gonna bring our left hand behind us, reach right arm up. And then exhale, left elbow or right elbow to the left knee and twist through the spine. And imagine a string is pulling you up from the top of your head. So you're not curling too much or leaning too far back, but instead have a long, tall spine. Deep breath in and out. Awesome. You can release this side and switch your legs out. So right foot over the left thigh. You could also straighten out the left leg if you did so on the other side. We'll bring right hand behind us, reach left arm up. Exhale, elbow to knee. And twist. Twists are so beneficial for our digestion, releasing toxins in the body, releasing tension, stress. One more deep breath. Nice job. Unwind. We'll do one more invigorating pose, and then we'll start to relax with some breathing and Shavasana. So bring fingertips behind you, facing. On the inhale, you'll lift up for a reverse tabletop. And then exhale, you can either just tap your hips down, or you can slide all the way back into an L-shaped hover over your shoulders. So we'll do that 5 more times. Moving with the breath. Good. And on the last one, find a seat. And if you need to adjust your hands, you can. Bend into your elbows as you lift the chest. Feel that stretch in your shoulders. Nice. All right, so where are we at? Let's go ahead and roll all the way down. You can roll your wrists out. If there's any other poses that you might need, you can add those in. A really nice one that I've been adding in is either legs up the wall, so just kicking your legs up like this. Shoulder stand, you can lift the hips and reach the legs up. Or you could also work on plow, bringing the feet behind the head. Nice stretch for the spine. It's really important to get your feet higher than your heart at some point in the day, even just for a few minutes. Really great for your circulation. And it helps our nervous system relax. When you're ready, you can lay all the way down. Close the eyes. We'll do that breath that we started with, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. And then just allow a normal, natural breath. Feel your physical body begin to relax. Let go of all effort, any strain or tension. Let that go. Any lingering thought. Don't attach to it, just let it drift away. Breathing in and breathing out. Start to take some deeper breaths. Mindfulness is simply being aware of what is happening right now without wishing it were different. Enjoying the pleasant without holding on to it when it changes, which it will. Being with the unpleasant without fearing it will always be this way, which it won't. So hopefully taking a few more pleasant moments, noticing the breath, the body. Notice what it feels like to be relaxed, knowing that it will not always be this way, but knowing that you do have the tools to come back to it. Take your time to wiggle the fingertips and toes. Come up to a seat whenever you're ready. And exhale all the air out. Inhale to the top of your breath and hold. Exhale to the bottom and hold. Inhale to the top and hold. Exhale to the bottom and hold. One more to the top, hold. And back down to the bottom. Normal breath in. Normal breath out. Well, we'll close our practice together. Namaste. Let me get light here.